happening right now. We are in Romulus tonight as the state gears up for its medical marijuana program. We're going to take you to that Seneca County neighborhood where people are sounding off about a potential new marijuana growing facility.
You asked, the Syracuse Chiefs have listened. Tonight we'll tell you about major changes at the stadium aimed at pleasing allergy sufferers.
And tonight, this adorable dog is still recovering after it was found on a city street, tossed from a moving car. We'll tell you how the dog is doing and what you can do to bring those responsible to justice.
This is NBC3 News at 6.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Megan Coleman.
I'm Matt Mulcahy. A small town in the Finger Lakes may become front and center in the state's medical marijuana program. Last month, leaders in Romulus threw their support behind a plan that would see a growing facility built there.
Now, this comes after the state health department issued its final regulations on the program. The law allows for people living with 10 conditions to qualify for the use of marijuana, including cancer, HIV or AIDS, Lou Gehrig's disease, Parkinson's disease, and 6 others.
The state will allow for 20 dispensaries. For all of this to happen, the marijuana must first be grown somewhere legally.
Now, our Samantha German is live in Romulus now, where talks about the new facility are set to get underway in the next 90 minutes or so. Sam?
Matt and Megan, tonight there will be a town meeting held right here in Romulus to discuss the zoning laws in this area. This has been an ongoing process since the legalization of medical marijuana in the state of New York. And now the town of Romulus is welcoming a new medical marijuana growing facility, which will be run by Sativia Medical in hopes of creating new jobs for the area and hopes of leading to more business development. And tonight the town will decide which areas will be able to partake in the growing of marijuana process. Now, the public hearing will be held here tonight at 7:30, and we'll be here all night to bring you full coverage at 11. For now, reporting live in Romulus, I'm Samantha German.
Thank you, Samantha. We'll see you later on tonight.
All right, well, let's get the latest now in your forecast. Cooler temperatures today, but will we see a warm up tomorrow? We turn to meteorologist Wayne Mahart tonight. Wayne?
Hey there, Megan. Well, the answer is yes. We're going to warm up a little bit tomorrow, okay? And then it's going to turn a little bit more cooler again, a little bit more chilly on Friday. Then the bigger warm up, more sustained warm up, that will start with this upcoming weekend. Here's a look outside right now. Stanley Law Sky Watch overlooking the city. Route 81 from Adirondack Furniture. Skies are sunny to partly sunny. A good looking afternoon, although, as Megan just said, a little bit on the cool side. Here's a look outside right now with a live triple Doppler radar brought to you by Cayuga Community College. All is high and dry. We're going to be nice and dry overnight tonight. We're going to be nice and dry for tomorrow too. However, we're also going to be a little bit on the chilly side tonight and tomorrow morning. These areas right here, how about brand new frost advisories in effect midnight tonight through 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, and that includes Lewis County, Oneida County, Madison, Shenango County, Herkimer, Otsego counties. You live out here, especially if you live in what you might consider a normally colder spot tonight and really for the next couple of nights too. There may be some patchy frost around here and there. Here's our fast cast, a quick look at tonight and tomorrow. Generally clear to partly cloudy sky overnight tonight, the low in the city at 40, some mid upper 30s, outlying areas. And then tomorrow, sunny to partly sunny and a little breezy, not quite as cool as today. The high tomorrow, 66. Yes, we are going to turn cooler again on Friday. Then we're going to turn warmer as we head on into the weekend. How much cooler and how much warmer are we going to be for the holiday weekend? I'll be back to tell you all that in a few minutes.
Wayne, thank you. Developing news tonight as a prominent Central New York surgeon is fined thousands of dollars for inappropriate behavior towards a patient. Orthopedic surgeon Dr. Michael Clark is being fined $10,000 for allegedly slapping the rear end of a patient who was under anesthesia prior to surgery. Dr. Clark was suspended by St. Joseph's Hospital in Syracuse in February of last year after the allegations surfaced. Reports say the doctor didn't dispute the charges, claiming he slaps his patients to check anesthesia levels. Dr. Clark's been working at Cross Hospital since St. Joseph's suspended him. Tonight, a SUNY Oswego student faces several charges after police seized hundreds of illegally prescribed pills inside his apartment. The Oswego County Drug Task Force executed a search warrant at the apartment of this man, 21-year-old Dylan Soffing. Investigators seized more than 800 pills and more than $170,000 in cash. Tonight, he's free on bail, charged with criminal possession of a controlled substance.
A man and a woman were revived in Clay today after allegedly overdosing on heroin. Deputies with the Onondaga County Sheriff's Department were sent to Glencairn Court shortly before 2 this morning, where they found a man lying on the floor unconscious and not breathing, along with a woman in the bathtub. Deputies revived the two with Narcan after the homeowner revealed they had overdosed on heroin. Both are expected to recover. No arrests have been made. The man accused of killing his 16-year-old ex-girlfriend in Cortland was back in court today. Michael Hammond stood before a judge for a pretrial hearing in the death of Amy Leland several weeks ago. Disturbing court documents show Hammond had allegedly beaten and stabbed Leland to death after her body was discovered at a home on Lincoln Avenue in Cortland. Earlier this week, family and neighbors came together to honor Leland's life. They held a candlelight vigil in Cortland. Well, take me out to the ball game. More fans will have an opportunity to get to watch the Syracuse Chiefs play after the franchise announced it's creating a peanut-free zone for those who have peanut allergies.
Now, the new section will debut this Friday after the franchise received feedback from fans. The peanut-free zone will be in section 218. It will be power washed and cleaned daily to keep the peanuts out.
In addition, no one will be allowed to bring any peanut products to that section. Right now, our Sarah Beth Ackerman's live at the ballpark with the latest. Sarah Beth.
The Syracuse Chiefs is the first team in central New York to actually offer the peanut-free zone. Standing in section 218, that will be peanut-free. The stadium is already food allergy friendly, and starting this Friday, fans with peanut allergies can sit comfortably and watch baseball inside without having to worry about their allergies. The Syracuse Chiefs decided to make section 218 a peanut-free controlled area. While you may not see any peanut-restricted signs right now, in just a few days, this section will be marked. During the games, ushers will be on the lookout to make sure no one brings any bags of peanuts inside the restricted section. The peanut-controlled area will be power washed and cleaned every day to remove as much debris as possible.
Our big thing is we listen to the fans, and the fans come to us all the time with requests, whether it's gluten-free options, vegetarian options, and we just implement those into the ballpark.
I agree with it 100%. There's a lot of people with certain conditions that need to be considered, and I think it's a great effort on the Syracuse Chiefs to take that into consideration.
The Syracuse Chiefs will offer the peanut-free zone for the entire season. For now, reporting live at NBT Stadium, I'm Sarah Beth Ackerman.
Great idea for people who suffer from this allergy.
The reactions can be severe. Thank you, Sarah Beth. It's another case of potential animal cruelty.
This time in Syracuse after police say a dog was thrown from a moving vehicle. Coming up, how that dog is doing and what you can do to help police catch those responsible.
Welcome back to NBC 3 News at 6. Tonight, Syracuse police need your help locating the man or men who tossed a dog out of a moving car in Syracuse last weekend. Police say it happened in the 100 block of Davis Street off Geddes on the city's near west side. Happened Saturday afternoon. The dog is suffering from severe eye and skin problems right now that it had before being tossed from the vehicle. Tonight, Syracuse police are searching for the two people who were inside that dark-colored SUV. They need help catching the person responsible. Our Alex Wasilla is live now with more on what happened and what police are saying about it. Alex.
Well, Matt, tonight police are still looking for two men who were last seen dumping their Jack Russell Terrier mix out in the middle of 100 Davis Street. And we're speaking with them tonight about their ongoing investigation, and already they've seen quite a lot of help.
It would seem obvious to so many people that Jack is adorable, which only adds to the confusion and anger over why someone would release him out of a car.
Any type of act like this that we see where the person does this to the animal is just hideous, and we feel as a community that this abuse needs to stop.
Jack is an adult male Jack Russell Terrier mix. He may have been released out of a car just after 3 on Saturday afternoon in the 100 block of Davis Street, leading this otherwise social dog to become skittish.
He was very scared, very standoffish. His condition was terrible. He looked really uncomfortable.
Few facts are available in this case. The only description of the car was a dark-colored SUV-type vehicle. Police are asking for any help or tips you may have.
It's a pretty distinguished-looking dog. I mean, you can recognize him. You might know who owned him or where he was or where I might start looking for his owner.
And they have already received tips after we posted Jack's story onto our Facebook page.
As a matter of fact, I have lots of calls that are coming in. I have not had a chance to get to many of them, but we have lots coming in already.
There's an increased push to find the men behind this. It isn't news that people start committing crimes against animals before moving on to people. Police want to avoid another animal being treated just like this.
Obviously, we want to find them before they do anything else to another animal or a human. You know, the behavior is definitely connected.
Now, Matt and Megan, right now we're giving you a live look here on NBC3. This is a house which is across from us on Davis Street. Right now we're tight on one of the crime cameras or security cameras, and we're just going to zoom out real quick. There are actually 3 across the street from us. Now, earlier in the afternoon when I was here, naturally as anyone would, doing a story like this, I asked the owners of the house if by chance they had caught anything on their cameras around the 3:20 time frame on Saturday afternoon. As it turns out, after they were combing through a lot of that footage, they did not see anything that could add any more detail to this. However, it certainly is good that we're getting the story out, making people aware of what happened, and hopefully we're going to get more information and send that to the police. For now, we're live here in Syracuse. I'm Alex Rusilla. Back to you.
The dog is adorable, and thankfully he was not injured by being tossed from that moving car.
Thank goodness. All right, to look at live triple Doppler radar for you right now. Dealing with some cooler temperatures today, but how about a warm up? That'd be nice.
That would be nice, especially as we start to make those weekend holiday plans. Wayne will have it all for us in a moment.
Well, cooler temperatures midweek right now, but many of us are looking forward to the nice extended holiday weekend, and we want some warm weather.
Yeah, and that gradual warm-up would be very much welcome.
Well, you know what? I think we're going to be able to do that. I think we'll be able to accommodate everybody if you're looking for a warm-up as we head on into the weekend. Now, I got to tell you, obviously, it was cool today. We're going to warm it up, one notch. We're going to warm it up just a little bit tomorrow, and then actually it turns a little cooler again, a little more chilly again for a day on Friday on into Friday night. And that's probably the best chance for seeing some frost area-wide, maybe not in the city, not by the lakeshore, but probably the chilliest night is going to be Friday night, early Saturday morning. Then Saturday, heading on into the long holiday weekend, that's when we start a little bit more of a sustained warm-up. So we're going to show you all of that with that 7-day weather outlook. But first, let me show you what's going on outside right now. Stanley Law Skywatch overlooking the city with the Stanley Law camera. Had a thick gray overcast for the most part this morning, but then right on schedule, it started to burn off into more in the way of sunshine this afternoon. And you can see outside right now, sunny to partly sunny skies. We're in good shape, and it is going to be a nice looking evening, but cooling down. Here's live triple Doppler radar brought to you by Cayuga Community College. All is quiet around the region now. It will be quiet, high and dry overnight tonight and at least for tomorrow too. And it's also going to be on the chilly side. Some areas overnight tonight, tomorrow morning, getting a little bit of frost. Frost advisories in effect right now for these counties here. Most of the eastern New York counties, North Country, we're talking about Adirondacks down into Lewis County, Herkimer, covers Old Forge down into Oneida County, Madison, Shenango, Otsego County, particularly if you live in these areas here and you live in what you might call a normally colder spot, there may be some patchy frost late tonight, first thing tomorrow morning. This frost advisory is in effect from midnight tonight through 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. And don't be surprised, the frost advisory is in effect again tomorrow night and especially Friday night, Saturday morning, when I think that will be the coldest temperatures coming up. Here are the current temperatures for you. 56 right now, downtown Syracuse. Got the State Fairgrounds right now at 55, as well as North Syracuse, as well as Cicero 55, 54 degrees in Clay. Manoa now 55, 51 in Manlius. How about 52 right now in Atisco, 51 degrees in Marietta. So here are your temperatures heading out and about this evening. Going to want a sweater or a jacket maybe. Temperatures are cooling down. 47 degrees by 10 o'clock. By midnight we're 45. 2 o'clock in the morning we're 44. And we're going to bottom out probably 6 o'clock tomorrow morning at about 40 with a few mid and upper 30s, some of those outlying colder spots. So to sum everything up as we make our way on in towards the holiday weekend, on the cool side for the next few days, and you could say somewhat on the chilly side tonight, especially on the chilly side Friday night, when your best chance is for some patchy frost. Then for the holiday weekend itself, 60s on Saturday, starting to warm back into the 70s for Sunday and Memorial Day on Monday, and I'm going to call it mostly decent although we are going to introduce the chance of a scattered shower or thunderstorm for Memorial Day on Monday at some point. Here's that 7-day weather outlook for you. For tomorrow, a bit of a chilly start, a mix of sun and clouds, a little breezy, but it's going to be warmer than today. The high temperature tomorrow, 66. On Friday, cloud, sunshine mix. There might be a scattered shower or a scattered sprinkle here or there with a little secondary push of colder air coming in. The high temperature Friday back down to 57. Going to be chilly Friday night with some frost possible. Saturday could be a frosty start in some areas. Otherwise, sunshine, 63. Partly mostly sunny on Sunday, back up to 75. Monday, Memorial Day, could be some afternoon scattered showers and storms, 75, and 77 Tuesday with a shower or storm, 81 on Wednesday. Hey, don't forget about our mobile app. You want to check the weather on the go. Make sure you download the mobile app at cnycentral.com. That's the latest from the weather outside.
All right, we'll take it. I personally would like to see 85, but that's just me.
You're greedy. The Lemoyne College Dolphins are playing in the national title game Sunday.
Sports director Nico Tamurian interviews some of the stars live in our studio when we come back.
Coming up tonight, we dig deep into the bin Laden files as the government reveals some of the messages recovered in his hideout. Doctors and pharmacists in 4 states among those arrested in a big crackdown on the illegal sale of painkillers. And on the heels of that massive recall on airbags, how quickly can the fixes be made? We have important information on NBC Nightly News.
And now, NBC3 Sports, awarded Best Sportscast by the New York State Broadcasters Association.
44 restored is starting to sink in. Now reaction is pouring in. Good evening. I'm Nico Tamurian. A bombshell of a statement for Syracuse University sports fans. The fact that number 44 will be unretired for the football team and be put back into the program. And while the reaction has, for the most part, been overwhelmingly positive, one prominent alum isn't for it. Donovan McNabb took to Twitter last night saying it's disrespectful to those who are the number. But who better to rebut that statement than one of the legendary number 44s himself? You saw him on the right there, Floyd Little. Now a member of the SU athletic department had this to say to anyone against the decision.
It's to try to help our program the best way we can. If that's a way that we can attract a kind of player that can put our program back on track, why shouldn't we? Why shouldn't we? It's not for me to say, no, we shouldn't do that. I like the fact that they're going to unretire the number because every time they say, this guy's wearing 44, the same number that Jim Brown and Floyd Little and Ernie Davis wore. That keeps me out there. And I kind of like that.
Lemoyne men's lacrosse playing for a national championship on Sunday. Joining me now live in studio, Alex Krawick on the far side there, the goalie, and Matt Taylor for the Dolphins. Guys, thanks so much for your time.
No problem. Thank you.
I'll start with you, Alex. Just the excitement to be in this game, one game to hopefully bring the hardware home to Lemoyne.
Yeah, everyone on the team's really excited this week. You can tell the energy's been up in practice, and we're looking forward to getting on the bus tomorrow and heading down to Philly after practice.
One thing I want to ask you here is we're watching the video. You made this incredible save right there in overtime. What's going through your head when that happens and then Brian Rogers comes down and scores the game winner?
Yeah, we just needed to do our job on the defense, get one more stop. We knew if we got the ball back to the offense, they were going to do their job like Brian did and put it in the back of the net and send us to Philadelphia.
Matt, I'll ask you now. Look at this scene there. That's so incredible. Yeah. But I'm sure since then it's been all business for you guys, right?
Yeah, you obviously enjoy a win like that. Right. But as soon as, Sunday hit, we got back to business, everyone taking care of, their bodies after the game and then getting back in a hard week of practice.
Matt, you're an FM grad. Alex, ESM grad. But I'll start with you, Matt. The opportunity to potentially bring a national title home right here to Syracuse.
Yeah, it's an unbelievable opportunity, especially to give something back to Lemoyne, a school that in my 1 year there has given me so much and welcomed me with open arms. It's the least I can do.
Absolutely.
Yeah, going off of what Matt said, to bring something back like that to Lemoyne and bring something back like that to the Central New York community. And, they love lacrosse, with Syracuse not being down there this year. Hopefully people will be able to get out and see our game and, really take to that.
And Matt, I'll ask you here, Limestone, another D2 perennial power just like Lemoyne. How do you approach this one Sunday?
We got to approach it like any other game. We know that there's a little bit more on the table, but, just focus, worrying about your matchups, and then really just focusing in on what your job is and part of the entire team.
Now, the one unique thing here is you guys have both been to Philly in this scene for the Final Four. You were there with Cornell a couple years ago, and Alex, of course, when Lemoyne won it all in 2013. I'll start with you, Matt. What do you expect from the atmosphere?
There's nothing, you can't really duplicate it. It's just surreal, I guess you could say. It's only 2 teams get there, so you just got to take it in, but don't let it distract you from really what the end goal is.
Yeah, you know, when you first get out on that field, it's going to take a couple minutes for it to set in. And once that gets going, it's just another game. You know, it's another 60-minute game. You just got to get everyone going and everyone on the same page.
Sounds good to me. Alex Krawick, Matt Taylor, everybody here at NBC3 rooting for you. We hope you bring that national title home on Sunday. Kelly Cowan will be down in Philadelphia providing us full coverage on Sunday. But for now, let's go back to Matt and Megan at the desk.
Yeah, how exciting for the guys. Congratulations to get this far, and we're going to be rooting for them on Sunday for sure.
It is so fun to watch them and be cheerleaders. We're rooting for you guys.
Yeah.
All right, that'll do it for us for NBC.